We live in strange times. XRP Ripple's price has decreased drastically, but not cause for alarm. Lawyers and experts estimate the Ripple against SEC trial might finish any day right now. Among all the signals, this could be the most positive one. A few estimate a possible growth of 480,600%. Stated differently, an XRP Ripple coin may sell for $100,000. Quite amazing! Surely, miss your opportunity to become wealthy. Let us straightforwardly get right to the point without delay. Notes. Disclaimer. The legal fight between Ripple and the SEC seems to be nearing its long-awaited end, and timing is not only important for XRP, but also for the direction of crypto laws in the United States. Following years of back-and-forth litigation, delays, and procedural challenges, indications point to an impending conclusion from Judge Analisa Torres, a decision that would at last provide clarity to one of the most significant court decisions in cryptocurrencies. Under Rule 60 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, Ripple and the SEC recently jointly submitted a renewed motion. This was not just any old ordinary submission. It was a methodically ordered appeal to change the court's last ruling. The plan aims to lower the original $125 million penalty of Ripple to $50 million, dissolve the long-standing injunction limiting XRP's institutional sales, and reimburse $75 million to Ripple. This motion differs from the one already rejected on May 15 in that it has a rigorous framework. It reflects a strategic agreement between both sides to close the lawsuit and fixes earlier procedural flaws. Now keenly observing Judge Torres are legal professionals, many of whom believe her ruling might come any day. Well-known XRP community member attorney Bill Morgan expressed his opinion that the motion has a real chance this time, saying, "I simply have a feeling she would grant the request nevertheless." Others have that sentiment as well. Another legal authority watching the matter, Fred Rispoli, said, "Not guaranteed, but rather extremely likely, Torres decides this week or next." Though the court is under increasing pressure to move based on legal momentum and the fact that both Ripple and the SEC have stopped their appeals, there is no clear deadline forcing the judge to act before August 15th. Jack the Rippler tweeted saying, "Judge Torres is prepared to close the Ripple against SEC lawsuit, distributed like wildfire across the XRP community." Though officially a rumor, it speaks to the reality that the case is in fact nearing a close. Former SEC attorney Mark Fagel has verified there is no required delay until August 15th, thereby explaining that the court could decide at any moment. This legal turning point coincides with a significant tone shift at the SEC. Years of stifled innovation are finished, according to incoming SEC Chairman Michael Atkins, referenced in a tweet by Zayef. Clear guidelines for cryptocurrency are on their way. If true, that comment represents a radical departure from the strong enforcement-first posture of past SEC leadership. With XRP, this may be revolutionary. Long weighing on Ripple and its coin, the fog of legal ambiguity could be starting to clear. Not only by a court ruling, but also with the possibility of a more general regulatory reset. The XRP community is attentively monitoring the price charts in meanwhile. On June 15th, the market experienced brief increases as hope around a favorable court result rose. Still, volatility never changes. Any delay or denial of the move could set off a quick decline. Still, there is generally a hopeful attitude. As Lord XRP rightly said, this goes beyond Ripple. This relates to how crypto will shape the U.S. going forward. That is the actual weight of this case. Its result will knock on well beyond one business or token. Should Judge Torres approve the request, the book on a multi-year legal drama won't simply end. For XRP, it will signal the start of a new chapter in which it may function unhindered in U.S. markets, free from constant threat from authorities. The appeals would be denied, the penalty changed, and Ripple free to start institutional sales, unhindered by law. That would be the much-expected green light many builders and investors have been waiting for. Still, the crypto scene waits for the decision to be published. The next few days could determine XRP's future and shape the US's attitude to crypto innovation moving ahead. Interesting, isn't it? Here is where it gets wild, though. Legal experts and market watchers think XRP won't just climb, but might blow out once Ripple achieves this triumph. We are discussing a possible breakthrough that might change the scene of cryptocurrencies. And believe me, some of these pricing forecasts will really astound you. Therefore, XRP advocate Remy Relief argues, this is not only conjecture, it is prophesy. Remy presented a strong argument in a string of tweets garnering a lot of attention. XRP isn't only a coin. It is the pillar of a future financial system maybe connected to the very Federal Reserve infrastructure. Outfits spectacular. Sure. More fascinating, though, is Remy's technique of tying political changes, institutional developments, and historical hints to back up his case. One such instance he mentions is the 1992 film Sneakers, in which a fake Federal Reserve transfer node appears on screen with XRP $2.06 two-coded encoded. Though obviously coincidental and unrelated to current crypto, the symbolism is sufficient to get the XRP community humming. Remy claims, showing us screenshots from the movie that have gone viral and inspire the XRP supporters back in 1992. Remy does not stop there, though. He thinks Congressman Thomas Massey's current campaign to eliminate the Federal Reserve transcends beyond political theater. This is a signal. According to him, a distributed ledger-driven alternative is being made room by the brick-by-brick dismantling of the existing monetary system. Together with three additional tokens, XRP, XLM, HBR, and XDC make what he refers to as the Great Four, meant to support a re-engineered world economy. And under that new structure, he contends XRP won't be worth a few bucks. Every token might be worth $10,000 or even $100,000. Of course, for many financial analysts, these numbers verge on fiction. Still, this is the salient feature. Whether XRP reaches such astounding pricing points or not, the enthusiasm behind these forecasts shows a more general change in attitude. People are not only making XRP investments, they see a total financial metamorphosis here. John Squire caught the core of this attitude exactly. You are still free to fight it. You are free to ignore it. Still, the XRP wave is arriving, and it is unavoidable. Many believe that structural readiness is driving that wave rather than only supposition. The hurdles are apparently being removed as pro-crypto leadership, such as Michael Adkins pledges to resolve regulatory uncertainty, and the SEC lawsuit approaches its end. This is the dawn of alt season, with more broadly expressed market voices like Emonix advocating for alert. Everyday 500% increases will start to define the norm. Are you all set? He goes far farther in another tweet. XRP millionaires will abound in the next 90 days. This is more than simply buzz. It reflects a coiled ecology like a spring following years of repression. Still, let's not overlook that volatility also cuts both directions. Though they excite, predictions of 100,000 XRP also highlight how strongly speculative this space still is. Though Remy's idea may never be that radical, even a little portion of it would indicate generational shift for holders. Of course, we also naturally discuss the XRP-Ripple relationships. Our dear cryptocurrency is silently slipping into the center of the worldwide financial system behind the scenes. Not right now, nor tomorrow. From governments to banks, Ripple's network is growing faster than most people could possibly know. Coming next is what? It will truly astound you. For Ripple